Pedro or Olivier Giroud likely to be fit?
Oh, we don't know at the moment, but Pedro, William, and Giroud are doing better. Yesterday we had a training with the teammates, with the group. I don't know if they will be able to play tomorrow, maybe not for 90 minutes. Loftus, of course, is out now. We need to understand very well the situation with his back, because in the last month he was in trouble.
It appears Cesc Fabregas is set to join Monaco. Can you give us any update on that?
Cesc, no. I have no news about Cesc. I don't know if he is able to play tomorrow, because in the last match, in the last 10 minutes, he had a cramp in the calf, so he was a little bit. He needs to rest, I think, but I don't know the situation. We have to see today's training and the training tomorrow morning.
There were reports that he flown to France to talk to Monaco. Those not true.
Oh, I don't know. Yesterday he had a free day for the injury. I don't know.
Are you hopeful of keeping him then?
But I can say only my opinion. I don't know the decision of the club, of course. In my opinion, he needs to go. You know very well the situation. You know very well that in this club there is a rule. The renew for the players over 30 is usually for 1 year. He has an offer for 3 years, and I don't want a very important player as Cesc not happy. But this is only my opinion. Then it depends on the club. How are you? Where did you go in the last 2 weeks? You?
I've been at home with my family. I was waiting for you to come round.
Cagliari midfielder Nicolo Barella is being linked as potential replacement. Is there any truth in that?
È vero, sono Borello.
As a potential replacement for...
Borello, chi è?
No. Chiedi Who's Borelli?
Cagliari midfielder, you don't know?
Barella.
Barella.
No, I don't want to speak about players of other teams, of course. If Cesc will go, of course we need a replacement. But now with the midfielders we are in trouble, I think, because I don't know at the moment the situation of Loftus, if the situation is serious or not. Without Cesc we are only in 5, so we are in trouble. We need a replacement, of course.
And Gary Cahill, he wasn't included in the FA Cup squad at the weekend. Does he play this last game?
No, at the moment, because I want to understand the situation, if he wants to go or not. And so at the moment I think that his mind is not completely involved in our situation. So we need to wait. But for Cahill the situation I think is different, because we have Ampadu. And so we don't need a replacement.
In terms of Callum Hudson-Odoi, do you know where his mind is? Does he want to leave?
I know only that for me he's a very important player. He is very young, but now he is improving. He's improving, especially in the defensive phase, I think. He played really very, very well in the last match. He was in trouble in the match in Watford, but only because we had a problem in his hamstring. but he is improving, and I'm really very happy with him. And I don't know the situation with the club, but for me, he's an important player.
Would moving to Germany be a good career move for him? Do you think?
Sarebbe buono per la sua carriera andarsene in Germania.
I don't think so,
Why not?
because he is an English player. He's very young. He has the future, and I think that he has a very great future here in England with the national team, and with Chelsea. I think that to stay here is better for him.
Okay, John.
Have you spoken to him and said that to him? How
Gliel'hai detto a
important
lui?
you see him at the club?
No, because I am not in charge for these questions, and I don't want to speak to a player about something that it doesn't depend on me.
Are you happy with that, though, that you don't have any say
Sei
on
contento
what
che
he
non
says
hai
or
a
not?
che dire su queste cose?
Yes, I want to speak to him only about the pitch, about movements, about the defensive phase. And I am really very happy because he is improving the defensive phase in a very important way in the last month.
Is it important for you to see players come through the ranks and come through the academy and play in the first team, or is that
È
again
importante che
not
vengano
your
dall'accademia
responsibility?
o non è una responsabilità?
But first of all, I want good players, but we are lucky because our academy is very, very good. And I think it's important because if you have 5, 6 players from the academy, you can have a soul more than with 25 foreign players.
A word about Alvaro Morata. He didn't seem to celebrate either of his
Guarda,
goals.
non ha celebrato nessuno dei
Saturday.
gol.
Oh, I think that it's more important to score than to celebrate. He scored 2 goals in the last match. In the season, he scored 9 goals. In his best season in Real Madrid, he scored 20 goals. So I think that if he will be able to have a very good second part of the season, he will try to reach his best.
He's happy though, is he here?
È contento qua.
I don't know. I hope so, but I don't know.
Okay, Liam and then Martin.
Maurizio, a couple of months ago you suggested that you didn't think Callum was ready to play in the Premier League necessarily, but with the improvement you've seen from him, are you ready to use him in bigger games now?
I think so. He's ready, I think. Of course, we have very important players in the same position. So you want William on the bench, I think. No, Pedro. I can play with only 2 wingers, I think. 3 is difficult. But I think now he is ready. He is ready, he can play. Of course, sometimes he will be on the bench, but as William, as Pedro, I think that now I can start to consider him at the same level.
Okay, last 2, Martin and then Matt.
Maurizio, what lessons have you learned from the game against Tottenham in November at Wembley?
Che lezione hai
That first of all, that we need to approach the match in another way, I think, because we lost the match in the first 15 minutes. So we need to approach the match in another way, because they were really more aggressive than us, more determined than us. And so now we know very well that if the approach is the same, there is no solution for us. I want to speak before about this, because otherwise it's really very useless to speak about tactics. We can speak about tactics only if we are the same level of determination and application, otherwise it's useless.
Okay.
We have to change also tactics, I think.
Well, Jorginho had a difficult game, didn't he?
Oh, but they played with an offensive midfielders behind two strikers. And so, of course, I think that in that match we needed to play more outside than inside, because the spaces were outside. And we understood this later in the match.